Today, I wish to reflect on a question that often arises. If the Buddha is the one and only Sammasambuddha, the enlightened one, why do we hear of different traditions? Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, and even the term Hinayana. Are they not divisions? And if differences exist, why do we not see conflict, especially here in Sri Lanka, where Theravada is far dominant? This is a profound question because it touches on the very heart of how the Buddha's teaching has spread across cultures and centuries while it still remains one Dhamma. The Buddha attained enlightenment through his own effort without a teacher to guide him. That is why he is called Samma Sambuddha, the perfectly enlightened one. He discovered the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, and out of compassion, he shared this path with the world. Thus, the foundation of Buddhism is unique, rooted in the Buddha's realization. All scholars of Buddhism, whether Theravada, Mahayana, or Vajrayana, trace their origin back to this same awakening. Why different traditions emerge? After the Buddha's passing, the Sangha preserved his teaching in councils. Over time, as the Dhamma spread to different lands, Sri Lanka, China, Tibet, Japan, and beyond, local cultural, language, and philosophies influenced how the teachings were expressed. In Sri Lanka and Southeast Asia, include Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia, the Pali Canon was preserved, giving rise to Theravada Buddhism. In India and later East Asia, include China, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Mongolia, and Taiwan. New interpretation and texts developed forming Mahayana Buddhism. In Tibet and the Himalayan region, practices combined with local traditions, creating Vajrayana Buddhism. The term Hinayana was used historically by Mahayana texts to describe earlier schools, but today it is considered disrespectful and is rarely used. There are not separate religions, but different expressions of the same Dhamma adapted to time and place. We can see similarities among traditions. Despite differences in practice and philosophy, the core remains the same. First one, the Buddha as teacher. All traditions honor the Buddha as the enlightened one. Second, the Four Noble Truths. Suffering, it is cause, it is cessation, and the path are universally accepted. Third, the Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, right conduct, and right meditation are central everywhere. Fourth, compassion and wisdom. Whether expressed as Mitta in Theravada or Bodhicitta in Mahayana, the spirit of compassion is shared. Fifth, one, goal of liberation. All traditions aim to freedom from suffering, whether called Nibbana or Bodhi. The differences are often in emphasis, not contradiction. Theravada focuses on the earliest teaching preserved in Pali, emphasizing personal liberation through insight meditation. Mahayana emphasizes the Bodhicitta ideal, seeking enlightenment not only for oneself but for all beings. Vajrayana incorporates rituals, mantras, and visualization practices aiming to transform the mind swiftly. These are like different medicines for different patients. The illness is the same, suffering, and the cure is the same, wisdom and compassion, but the methods vary. Why no conflict in Sri Lanka? In Sri Lanka, Theravada is the main tradition, but we also see Mahayana influence in art, and Vajrayana practices among visiting monks. Why is there no conflict? Because the Buddha himself taught tolerance and harmony. In the Kalama Sutta, he advised us not to cling blindly, but to test teachings by their fruit. Do they lead to peace, compassion, and wisdom? As Sri Lankan Buddhists respect other traditions, knowing they all point to the same truth. The Dhamma is not a possession to be fought over, but a path to be walked together. All traditions have lessons for us. What are they? First one, unity and diversity. Just as rivers flow into the ocean, all traditions flow into the Dhamma. Second, respect for all. We honor Theravada as our heritage, but we also respect Mahayana and Vajrayana as fellow travelers. Third, focus on practice. The Buddha said, "He who sees the Dhamma sees me." What matters is not labels, but living with mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. Fourth, Sri Lanka's role. As custodians of Theravada, we can also be bridges of understanding, showing the world that diversity need not mean division. Friend, let us remember the Buddha is one, the Dhamma is one, but its expression are many. Just as a lamp may shine through different shade, the light remain the same. In Sri Lanka, we are blessed to practice Theravada, but let us also cultivate respect for all traditions. In doing so, we embody the Buddha's vision of harmony, compassion, and liberation for all beings. May we walk the path with wisdom and loving kindness. May all traditions of Buddhism flourish in peace. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be happy. Thank you very much.